Thank you, Chairman Banks, Ranking Member Kim. Thank you to our witnesses for appearing before the committee. I want to bring this back to what I think the issue is at hand, which is to support our service members, their families, and to recruit qualified and capable individuals to help protect our national interest and our defense. I'm proud to represent a district that includes Nellis Air Force Base, Creech Air Force Base, the Hawthorne Army Depot, and I've met with service members, and I know just how honored they are to serve our nation. What I want to see happen is that they feel proud of their service, that they spread the word, and that they continue to add to your recruitment and retention efforts. And so I appreciate, first of all that you are doing, not only in recognizing the shortfalls that we're facing, but some of the actionable solutions that we hope to discuss today. So for the panel, can each of you tell me what your number one recruitment issue is? Very briefly.
Representative Horsford, the number one recruiting challenge is that there's a disconnection with the military. There's a lack of familiarity. Young people who are qualified to serve just don't know what the options are in the military, and so we need to do a better job collectively, not just the department, not just the services, but collectively all of government, right, leaders in the community.
So lack of awareness.
Lack of awareness.
The same with us, and in our case, it's historical. We had a lot of our installations in the northern part of the country bracked in the 80s. And so we have huge swaths of the country where there is no Army presence and folks don't see people in uniform walking down the street. They can't ask them questions about what it's really like.
Lack of familiarity, awareness and familiarity, okay?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and the answer is the same for the Department of the Navy as well, that lack of awareness, that lack of familiarity. And that's part of the reason a lot of this outreach is so important, because that enables us to help educate the public on the value of military service and what it can offer them.
Thank you.
Congressman, I'll associate myself with my colleagues' remarks. Lack of familiarity is the most important thing, but what's important to realize is that once people become familiar, they want to join. They understand the benefits of service. They understand the opportunities, whether they be educational, financial. They understand the community, that being part of a team, but also being part of a bigger team, a team of teams, as I mentioned in my opening statement, and why that matters. And the data proves it. We've got historically high retention.
Thank you. I have a limited amount of time. Honorable Wagner, I did want to follow up to your opening statement where you discussed a variety of improvements. How will the recruitment strategy for the Air Force evolve over the years to attract candidates to meet those goals?
Congressman, what we want to do is we want to optimize what we've done, but we can't take our eye off the ball. What we know is that Gen Z gets their information from very different sources than we do. So what are we doing about it? We're trying to meet them where they are. We're right now leveraged across a whole swath of streaming video channels, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Now, Paramount Plus. First. Second, we're also working to advertise in streaming music, whether it be SoundCloud or Spotify. Third, we're even looking at interactive gaming, Activision Blizzard. We're looking at Twitch and other platforms where young people are spending the majority of their time. And finally, we're leveraging influencers that young people want to be like, want to mimic, and tune into, whether it be on YouTube or other places.
Thank you. Dr. Schaefer, in today's testimony, you discussed your service's new recruitment strategy by identifying shortfalls. I especially support the idea of having a specialized recruitment arm to focus on that priority. Can you discuss any special programs or incentives that are in place or will be in place to attract recruits with unique skill sets like STEM or language proficiency?
Thank you for that question, sir. We've already put some in place. We have given a bonus for those who want to raise their hand and volunteer to join this new recruiting force. And I think we talked a little bit earlier about the fact that we are establishing a new workforce and a new pipeline and a path to leadership with this, and that, I think, in itself is going to be an incentive.
Thank you. I just had my interview session for our military academy recruits over the past weekend, and this is what we talked about: exposure, awareness, connecting them to people who represent those services. I'm proud of those who seek these opportunities, and I think we should spend more time trying to break down those barriers rather than creating more cultural wars that divide us. Thank you, and I yield back.